with us the third recipient of this award, State Senator Phil Leventis from South Carolina. Senator Leventis is a policymaker who's willing to make political sacrifices to do the right thing. He fought attempts to block the adoption of the codes in South Carolina. With 30 years of serving the state of South Carolina, Senator Leventis has sponsored or co-sponsored, as well as offered his first-hand knowledge and support for fire and life safety. We appreciate his dedication to the safety of his citizens and to the improvement of the built environment, as well as his support for the adoption of the I-codes. And with that, I'd like to call the senator to come up here in the rain and receive his award.
The weather's going to improve as soon as we're done.
Thank you. I'll speak just briefly. I don't know that I've ever been in a more difficult situation to talk, but I'm delighted and honored and hope that maybe you'll just take me as a representative of so many people who are dedicated to what you do. I want to recognize a couple people who joined me and very special folks, my friends Shirley and Scott Wayne who live here in D.C., but then we get a little further out, my brother-in-law and his brother, John and Ward Rushling, they came just to verify that I was telling them the truth. And I think that we're glad they could be here. I wanted them to see what you do. We also have from South Carolina Chief Kerber and Chief Palmer, who work with the Firemen's Association, firefighters, life safety, and I was thrilled they came just for this proceeding, and I'm honored that they would do that. We had hoped our son Henry would get here. He's a Justice Department attorney, but he's not, unfortunately. But I also want to recognize Gerald Sigmund, who's come here to join us as well. And when I say we, I mean my wife and I, my wife Avie and I. The last person I want to recognize is the real reason that I'm here, and there's a lesson in here for all of us. That's my friend Carter Jones. Carter helped me run for the first time 32 years ago. I didn't know Carter. I went and I met Carter and his wife. They lived in a town near ours, and he was the fire marshal. And he knew my family and said that he would support me. And in exchange, what I got was much greater than that. He taught me about fire service and about fire and life safety, not just what the book says, but what actually happens. His two sons are now firemen, as are my brother-in-law's sons, and that means a great deal to me. I want to tell you the one takeaway that, if I have any, that I hope you will listen to. For 30 years, I was in the Air Force and the Air National Guard. I was privileged to fly F-16s, among other jet fighters. And everyone extols the virtues of our military and thanks them for everything they do. We appreciate that. But that's only in time of war. That's only in time of crisis. Most of the time, no one could tell you who we were or why we were different or what we did. That's you. That is you in codes and the like. And so what my takeaway would be is that you need Carter Jones, and you need my friend Gerald Sigmund with the U.S. Green Building Council and others to tell your story. You improve all of our lives in ways that we don't even conceive. And yet no one is really telling the story. So take it upon yourself, because what you do has saved lives of countless people, has improved lives of countless people in ways they don't know. They should know. They need to understand that their building officials and their builders who build a code and the suppliers who supply material that meets code improve all of our lives. And that matters a great deal. I'm honored and humbled, and I really appreciate the opportunity to know more about ICC. I will tell the story as long as I can and as loud as I can. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator.